movies with Brian from HumerusFitness.
MarissaLace.
And we decided that we're just hanging out, and we decided we're gonna do a Q&A. So we asked each other's Instagrams to do pictures of, no, I asked you guys to ask us questions on our Instagram. So we're gonna answer them and see how it goes.
It's gonna be good.
So it's gonna be a good time.
You stay tuned.
You stay tuned to this video. All right, so the first question that I see, and it's actually a question that me and Brian have already answered in a whole video, but it says, what's the best protein powder for weight loss? And this is a question that I get a lot. It's protein powder is just protein. So it's not gonna, there's no best one for weight loss. It's how many calories that you're consuming. Like, that's what matters. So there's no best, some protein powders have more calories in them. So I guess you could say the best protein powder for weight loss would be the one with the least amount of calories. But then if you're thinking of it like that, that would be the one that has the least amount of protein probably.
Yeah.
So like if you're saying this protein powder has 10 grams of protein per scoop, it has less calories, but it doesn't have as much protein. So calories are what matter when it comes to weight loss. So it doesn't, that's what matters. So protein powder is not some like special powder that's gonna help you lose weight. It's just a powdered form of protein. So I know it's not really an answer, but that there's a whole video that we go over that, me and Brian, so.
But if I were to give you an answer, I would say that Quest protein is best because the macros are low for the high amount of protein.
Yes.
I want to say, isn't it like not even 5 fat, it's like 2 fat.
Yeah, no, it's very low.
Carb or something, like
Yeah.
20 grams of protein. It's the same as the chips.
Yeah.
So essentially, if you do have poverty macros such as myself,
Yeah. Well, I use Quest protein a lot. Like if
but
you're
it's not meant for weight loss.
Yeah, exactly. Any protein powder, most protein powders are gonna be low in fat, low to no carbs, and then high in protein. There are things, as we went over this before, such as like mass gainers that have a lot of carbs in them and a lot of fat in them because they're meant to just get a bunch of calories in. So
be careful with those ones that are like meal replacement protein.
You don't
realize there's 27 grams of carbs
meal
in there.
replacement is not a protein shake. It's different.
That's a meal.
Yeah, exactly.
Plot twist, that's a meal.
Yeah, exactly. Slim Fast and stuff literally is a meal replacement. I remember I used to drink Slim Fast bars and then eat lunch.
Yeah, don't get
It's like,
slim.
but it says slim on it, so.
I
But
used to
yeah.
eat 100 calorie packs, like 10 of them.
Yeah, like, I am healthy. I am healthy. But yeah, I want to let you guys know that
That's 1,000
protein.
calories.
I ate the diet version.
First of all, protein is not some sort of like protein shakes or some sort of thing that's gonna help you lose weight. It's just a way to get protein in. But definitely make sure it doesn't say meal replacement. Make sure it doesn't say mass gainer. Make sure just check the back of the thing. The lower the calorie, the easier the lower the calories. That's how you lose weight. Lower calories.
Calories in versus calories out.
absolutely.
If you're trying to figure out your macros or what your maintenance is and what calories you should be eating, go to iifym.com.
Yes.
That's all you gotta do. Go ahead and read. After tonight, you'll know what
You'll
you're thinking
know
about.
exactly what you need to do.
There you go, baby. What is one thing that you cannot live without? That's a good one.
Ooh,
That's
that
a
is a good
thought-provoking question right there. John.
You want to say like the simple thing like my phone, but then you sound so like.
Because you could technically live without that.
Yeah, I would say like human interaction.
I like that.
I couldn't be someone that's just like by themselves all the time. Like if I were in solitary confinement, I'd rather be just not alive. Like I want to be able to. If I stay at home too long by myself, I start to get so negative about things.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Well,
I need to be around.
It's a natural thing that you want to do is to socialize
Yeah.
and bounce your ideas and expand your ideas and stuff. So if you're always by yourself, you're like not getting that release.
Yeah.
And you're almost like tricking yourself into like this weird kind of closed-in mindset. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, human interaction.
That's a good one. Now I can't even top that, so I'm just gonna give something lame, just like lifting.
My shoes.
I can't live without
Favorite
lifting.
shoes.
I can go without talking to people, but give me the weight.
You know, I thought this was like fun, like fitness. I'm like, pizza. And then you're like all deep. I'm like,
I always end up doing that every time.
So we gotta go like this way next time. Pizza lifting and
we'll go really shallow, hella deep.
yeah, there we go. I'm ruining this video on my own channel.
So yours is lifting?
Yeah, mine was lifting.
Oh,
for sure.
okay.
My answer is for sure pizza.
Pizza? Pizza's a good
I want
answer.
to switch over to pizza. Can I go team
Can
pizza?
I go team pizza?
Switch
Oh,
over.
so no team ketchup anymore then. You're
Well,
obviously not as committed.
I don't know if you knew this, but actually they use ketchup in pizza. It's just a slightly more awesome, saucy version.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It's like the big brother.
No, excuse me, can I get some ketchup sauce, please?
Can I get some ketchup on my pizza, sir?
Okay.
I am excited.
Gabriella asked, are they only attracted to women with the same lifestyle as them? So are you only into girls who are also like into the fitness,
That is-
healthy lifestyle?
That's a good question for sure.
That is a good question.
Solid.
I will let Brian answer because you just want to come out with the fucking deepest answers. You're gonna be
Okay.
like, I want a thought-provoking,
I just wanna-
beautiful
Yeah.
woman of the Lord. And then you're gonna be like, give me the hot bitch who loves me.
Oh my god.
Hey, does she lift weights though?
No, we're good.
Can we go to the gym together? No.
Can she mix me some protein? Does she know how to cook?
Will she track my macros?
Does she know how to clean?
Did she even though?
Actually, from dating two girls that were into fitness super hard, it's actually kind of hard because when you get into fitness too much, not when it's just like you're trying to get healthy or lose some weight or trying to just better yourself, feel better quality. When you start getting to the point where you're like trying to look good and you're trying to like really get into the detail, like vanity portions of it, where you're like, oh, I'm trying to get this delt out and these abs out and stuff, compete and stuff. You start getting so obsessed with your own looks that you're so insecure, you bring that to the relationship. So like, if you don't feel confident about yourself and you're like bulking or something, you're a little bit chunky, and then you talk to like your significant other, and they don't agree with you, they're saying something else, they're like, no, you look great, and you're in your head, you're like, oh, I feel like doo-doo. Then
She
you like,
lied to me because she cheated on me.
Yeah.
you bring that insecurity to the freaking relationship. It's so hard to make it work. I think it would almost be easier finding someone who's passionate about something. That's super important. You gotta be passionate and ambitious about anything.
Can't be potato.
Yeah, no potatoes
No
here.
potato face.
But I don't think it necessarily matters so much that you're like, whoa, I love fitness so much.
Yeah.
Just as long as
Let me pet you.
yeah. And I mean, as long as we're vibing on the same positivity and stuff, but I don't really care what your passion is.
Yeah. I think
Fuck is what you live.
what I care about, and like it's the same thing in general. I've only ever had one girlfriend, right? So
Me.
I've never.
Hey.
I didn't even know.
That's
two
it.
girlfriends, but
Here we are.
I've never actually been with a girl that was like super hardcore into fitness, like bodybuilding.
Has, like, bigger lats than you?
Yeah, exactly. I've never been into
I think
that.
my lats are pretty nice. So thanks,
That's
guys.
pretty moderate lats.
So I've never dated anyone like that, but for me at least, like the girl has to be at least health conscious.
Yeah.
Because that's such a big part of my life, and I know that if she wasn't, I would try and I would end up projecting that just
You
not
can't be
on
buying you
purpose.
French fries.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
feeding you chocolate.
Exactly. I mean,
It's
because
true.
it's still something I struggle with is eating healthier. So like, if you're only eating bad and that's all,
Beast to chubby boy.
yeah, exactly.
Just bringing you down, man.
So they don't have to go to the gym 6 days a week like me, because I don't expect anyone to do that. You know what I mean? Most 98% of
An
the
obsessive passion
population
you enjoy.
is never gonna do that. So I don't expect that, but I do expect you. It sounds weird to expect you, but like you would have to at least be health conscious, because it's such a huge part. of life.
Just like generally understand why you're doing what
Yeah,
you're doing,
yeah,
and not
exactly.
tell you that it's silly or stupid or you
Yes,
shouldn't be doing
exactly, because that's condescending for them, and then that just makes you feel small. Like, why would you want
Yeah,
that? You know?
absolutely.
So yeah, I would definitely, at least they don't have to be exactly into
Good point.
like, obviously they don't have to be into like making YouTube videos about fitness and like going to the gym 6 days a week, but as long as they understand health and they're cool with it, then that's all.
So they don't have to be meat ladies. It's
Yeah,
okay.
they don't have to be MLAs, you know what I mean?
What
about you?
What's your sex spin on that?
Yeah.
I definitely need to date someone that goes to the gym. I'm the opposite. Like, do you have to or no? Like,
Really?
Because I'm not into it, especially when I like talk to guys about me working out a lot or like counting macros and stuff. If they don't understand it, they literally think I'm crazy. Like,
Yeah.
they're like,
Oh,
"Why are
no,
you-
trust
why are
me,
you
I've
doing
dealt
that?"
with that.
And I was
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
Or if I feel like self-conscious that I can't weigh my food in front of you, I'm like, I'll just starve.
Oh, I'll weigh my food in front of anyone, and I'll be like, think I'm weighing.
But it's like I
please.
spend so much time at the gym, and it's not even. And with that said, I don't like working out with other guys, like, because I feel like I don't know, most guys.
That's
I work
also
out
a
with
good
are
point
always
you
like,
said.
Like I don't want to work out with you. It's
Yeah,
just
we're
we
like-
just have to have the
we're
same
like beef
mentality.
Yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
can't. Yes, but what you said, I spend a lot of time at the gym. They'd have to. That has to be understood. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be at the gym 2 to maybe 3 hours every day,
And I'm really there. I'm not out somewhere cheating
Yeah, I
on you.
am really there.
I'm
I'll
so-
post Instagram.
Insecurity and fight.
Insecurity in.
Yeah.
All right, so here's another. This is a good question. I like this. I want to hop on the gain train with you. I'm curious if effectiveness of the workout is more important than frequency. With my schedule, I'm lucky to get to the gym 4 times a week. That's actually a really, really good question. I think, so basically is being able to go to the gym more important than hitting the gym as hard as possible. when you're
Okay.
there, right?
Can we point out that you shouldn't choose either? Like it's like,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, I went to the gym a
That's
lot,
true.
so I really don't have to like.
I understand. Yeah, definitely. But what this guy's saying is he literally can only get to the gym 4 days a week. So most people, that's fine. 4 to 5 days a week, that's normal. Like I think a lot of people watch, like
see
people like us,
us.
they see us go to 6 days a week, and I understand that
That's just our obsessive. We're just like, I'm bored. Like, there's nothing to do now
Yeah.
because like I'm not working out, so you just want to.
Yeah. So if you're able to go to the gym 4 times a week, I mean that's a solid amount of time that you're able to go. Most people that really like just work out, they'll go like 2 to 3 times a week. Honestly, if you think about it, you know. But if you feel like, say, you want to go 6 days a week, or you want to go 4 days a week, you're only able to hit it 3. Definitely, I mean, when you're there, go hard. But like you can't supplement like I'm gonna go really, really hard for 2 days and then not go for 5.
Oh, I can skip the next day.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. So
no matter how long, no matter how many days you're doing, period, every single one of those days, I think that you should try as hard as you can.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know if that sounds crazy, but I just think you should just go 100% and then leave the gym and then turn down to 20%. Because you can go 20% on the couch like we're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're in the gym, do not pretend that you're on the couch.
Yeah,
you're at the
exactly.
gym.
But don't like stress if you feel like you can't make it, like that's okay. You know what I mean? But go to the gym next time and work out. Like just always, as long as you're not like, oh, I couldn't go to the gym, so I'm gonna stop going. That's when people like it gets like they're like, I was only able to go to the gym 4 times a week, so I'm not gonna be able to. I'm just not gonna go anymore. I've seen that. You know what I mean? I wasn't able to go as much as I wanted to, so I stopped altogether. And I'm just like,
That's
why would you do that? It doesn't make any sense.
At all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen people make lots of progress with 3 days. I'm not saying that you should try to do the minimum or whatever, but like, you know, people are busy or whatever. I see people progress really well with 3 days. It comes down to how hard you push and what you're doing with your diet and how your genetics are.
But with that said, I'm not saying like go 6 times a week or you suck. It's
Yeah,
like,
no,
hey,
yeah.
4 or 5 times, like you're solid. But
Yeah.
like if you're like, oh, like I go every day, but if you're really like just you're that person like sitting on the yoga mat in the
it's the
toning
worst.
room, like just on your
Yeah.
phone, or if you're like casually walking on the treadmill, just like you're not working out like that. You're in steady state. Where's your heart rate? Let me see that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
But
definitely.
you should be able to talk when you're doing
Yeah.
cardio because just, you know, you should be
Yeah,
breathing hard enough.
exactly.
It's like, oh, hold on, I'll talk to you.
You
After
should
this one,
see
'cause
me.
that's
Yeah, it's so
my
bad.
breath because I'm doing the stairs right now. Get away from me, mofo. When you started benching, did you start with a spotter or did you not start with a spotter? I personally always started with a spotter just because when I first got in the gym, I wasn't in the gym enough to care. So like my friends were coming with me, and when you have friends, obviously you have a spotter, so there's just always a spot. And then by the time that I was pushing enough weight or whatever, I'd figured out the form and stuff that I could just, now I don't need a spotter. Like if you fail, you said it the other day, like you're like, oh no, I can't get it, and then you just drop your.
That's if you know how to.
If you know what you that's a good point.
I would recommend, say if you, I mean, I'm not saying you don't have friends, but if you don't have friends that will go to the gym with you, right? And this is what I did. Because for the longest time, I was seriously scared to bench with the bar.
Yeah.
I couldn't even hit 135 for one rep. I wasn't strong enough, right? So I didn't even bench with a bar. I just did dumbbell benching. You know what I mean? That's what I did. And then I honestly believe that because you're gonna be if you're serious about going to the gym, you're gonna go to the gym a lot, do a lot of dumbbell benching. You're gonna meet people at the gym, and then you won't be so worried about being like, "Hey, dude, could you spot me for a second?" You know what I mean? That's how I progressed. It was like I didn't plan this, but I mean, this is what happened. I dumbbell bench, so that's free weights. So if you drop them, you just drop them. You're not gonna hit yourself. And then you end up being comfortable. You're at the gym a lot. You know the people that go there. You're not as nervous about asking them for a spot. And then once you do get more comfortable, like benching and lifting in general, you understand that if you really fail, it's not that big of a deal. As far as like if you know how to handle the weight, like if it's a 1 rep max and you fail, that's one thing. But if it's like just like you're repping out weight and you fail it, it's usually not too heavy.
Most of the time, you'll end up staying there for about 2.
And then someone will see you, and then
you'll have hands on your chest. You'll be like, oh, and someone's just like God's just pulling the bar off.
Yeah,
you're just like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, but that is a good question because that's something that I struggled with a lot. It was like I wanted to bench, but I couldn't because I didn't have a spot.
Scary at first.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's a good question.
I'd say definitely go with the spot.
Go if you can get a spot, go with a spot. But if you can't find one, if it's just not happening, I would say dumbbell bench. Cool gun mouth.
Okay, what initiated you guys to pursue fit lifestyles and what keeps you wanting more?
Ooh, that is a good question. I'll let you answer first because mine's pretty obvious.
I literally
This is
started.
pretty deep. So
It's always going to be really deep, so I'll just start with the
That's just
mini.
how I am, man.
Start with the mid-level of deepness.
You get pretty deep. Don't lie.
I do get deep. I get real deep.
Mine's
guys.
not deep at all. So go ahead.
As hell. I started lifting because I was like 130 pounds at 15 years old, so it was like sophomore, maybe junior year, and everyone was like, "You're so skinny, I can see your ribs," like just like always mentioning it. It would just bother me. I was just like, dude, I don't care. I'll put some friggin' weight on, you know, and I didn't want to put on fat because people were like, you should put some fat on, bro, and you look normal. I was like, whatever, I'll start lifting. And then my brother started lifting like a couple weeks before me, came into the shop, and he had like just a little bit of his, LP, he had just a little bicep thing showing, and I was like, whoa, my brother's yoked. He was like 140 pounds, right? But at the time, I was like, whoa.
More than you.
Yeah, right? He was bigger than me at the time. So I started lifting, and then he stopped lifting because he was doing CrossFit and then just stopped. And then I continued doing it.
He did CrossFit?
Yeah, he's actually CrossFit certified.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He can teach CrossFit classes.
So I went from then until now, and it's been 8 years, and I have never stopped or like taken any sorts of breaks except for when I broke my like ribs and everything, collarbone and stuff like that. But it's just addicting and fun because it's so self-fulfilling. It doesn't require anything. There's no money to it. You can do it anywhere. You feel the insides of your body that you were never aware of these things. You know, you were a kid all the time. You just don't even realize what's going on with your body. But then you like connect to each part of your body.
Yeah.
Okay, this is where my upper body is. This is how I do this. This is how I actually do a squat and use my legs when I pick things up. You like connect with yourself, and I feel like I don't know, it's just like, it feels very good to know how to control your own body and understand what it is, you know? So that's why I keep doing it. It feels great.
I think my thing I got started, it wasn't even like wanting to be fit. I literally just wanted to lose weight because I've always been the fat friend. And it wasn't even like everyone gives me a hard time for saying that I was a fat friend, but I was fat. Like I'm 5'3", like I was like 160 pounds, like
Oh yeah, I
big.
didn't even realize that at first, like the first time I started interacting with you, how your transformation is actually pretty cool. Like it's a pretty good one. And then I remember I had been watching your videos, and then like I saw you post a picture of like a transformation Tuesday. I was like, what the heck? I didn't even notice.
I hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I'll show you later.
Okay.
Me half naked. That's what a before and after picture is. It's half naked.
It's
true.
Talking about like when guys ask for my Instagram, like, my fitness one's gonna pop up. And then you're gonna see me half naked. Yeah. But basically it just started out with me wanting to lose weight, and like I was tired of being the big friend. Like all my friends, like my YouTube friends, are like little skinny, like Tumblr looking girls, and I'm just like, I'm this chubby girl in beauty school. So then after beauty school, I focused on losing weight, and then I got more into fitness, and now I have friends like Nikki, who's like super into like competing and everything. And now it's just like more that, and I think just like seeing your body change and like seeing that you're doing that, and I think that people don't realize how much control we have over our own body, like how much we change our own macros, or like adding this amount of cardio like one more day, like seeing those little changes in your body is honestly just like fun for me now.
You're your own science experiment.
It's empowering too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because once you do it one time, you're like,
I
next time
control this. I can control my
Yeah, you're like, I know how my body reacts to doing this.
Well, that's exactly the word, like empowering. And that's why like next year, like I want to do a bikini competition, and I feel like that'll be like the most empowering thing a girl can do. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not even just like watching someone else like judge your body. It's like, this is me, I did this is on me. You know what I mean?
This is me going as far as I can.
I think it's cool when people go into bikini
and like proving something to yourself. Even though it's someone else judging you, it's like.
But you're not going into like, are you going in to really win first place and win the NPC competitor of the year? No, you're going in because this is for myself. This is for my own self-fulfillment. But yeah,
it's good to
self-fulfilling. Yeah. So with mine, I mean, it's a pretty obvious story, right? So I was 360 pounds and I was on my way to death. Period. Like early death, very early death. On my way to diabetes, on my way to heart attacks, on my way to strokes, on my way to literally not living a full life because of what I was eating. So obviously I decided to change my life to actually live a life because I was not living a life. I wasn't. I was existing in the world that was passing me by while I was sitting on the couch and doing nothing with my life and not thinking I could do anything with my life, right? So I end up losing all the weight, and I kind of wanted to break this into two, so that's why I started losing weight, right? But then the whole gaining muscle thing was actually interesting. So I had actually stopped going to the gym for about 5 months, but I had really dropped my calories down way low. Like, because I had compensated in my head, I'm not going to the gym anymore, so I need to compensate that by barely eating.
Yeah, you're scared.
Right, that's what I did. So then I was living this life where I'm 9-to-5 job, not even 9-to-5 job, part-time job, going nowhere fast, right? And I start seeing things like, I started looking into the military, and it was very, it felt like there's a lot of opportunity there for me. And I mean, there's people that have made great lives out of it, right? But so I was looking into that, and I just saw like basically you enter and you have a job for the rest of life if you want it, right? So I was like, that was, as someone that had never even thought I could ever join the military because of my size before, it was like, wow, this is an opportunity that I have now because I lost the weight, right? So I was looking into that actually, and I knew that you had to do a certain amount of push-ups, and like they have the fitness challenge that you have to whatever. And so I decided, I remember I started doing like, I had the gym membership the whole time, I just wasn't going. And I was sitting in my room and I had this little bouncy Bosu ball or whatever they're called. And I was like doing like ab crunches or whatever. And then I remember I got up and I was like, you know, I'm just gonna go to the gym. And I started working out, and then that's when I got into fitness YouTube actually. This is before I had made any videos. And I got into that and I was just like, that's how I learned everything. And that's how I got into fitness, and then I started making YouTube videos, and I realized that, okay, maybe going into the military isn't for me.
Yeah.
But that's how I started actually lifting, was like, I need to join the military, I need to be able to do push-ups.
Literally, the reason that you started lifting was just because you wanted to pass the basic test.
Exactly.
For going in the military. That's pretty funny.
It's something that a lot of people don't know, and I don't talk about a lot, but yeah, that's literally why.
And then you felt things in your body, and you were like, I like this, and then that was it. You just kept going.
Yeah. So I had like two kind of like transformation, like mind transformations, from being obese and then from being just not obese anymore, but nothing.
You had like two perspective switches.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's cool. That's rad.
All right, guys, thank you so much for checking out the video. Thank you guys all for asking the questions. We had like over hundreds of questions. I wish we could answer all of them, but we'd be sitting here. First of all, we'd be sitting here answering the same questions about 20 times in a row. That's a cool face that you're making. And we'll be here for hours. So thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Make sure you check out Brian. Make sure you check out Marissa. You guys probably know
What's her name?
both of